Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Saloke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. Today we are going to start our third chapter, chapter number 3, Locating and Clamping Devices. Locating and clamping devices consist of 10 marks in your 70 marks theory paper. In this chapter we are going to learn different principles of locating and different location and clamping devices. The learning objective for today's session are: number 1, study of location. Importance of location, principle of location in jigs and fixture will be studied in this session. And second, study of principle of location. Different principles of location will be studied. Locating and clamping is a topic based for the further topic, that is the further topic is based on this location and clamping topic. Let us start with unit number 3, locating and clamping devices. First, let me tell you what do you mean by location. Location is nothing but it refers to establishment of desired relationship between the workpiece and the jig or the fixture. Correctness of location directly influences the accuracy of the finished product. The location here is the point where the workpiece will be placed in your jig or fixture. We can see this location refers to the establishment of desired relationship between the workpiece and the jigs or fixture. Correctness of location directly influences the accuracy of the finished product. The more correct your workpiece is located, the more accurate it will be machined. The jigs and fixture are desired so that all undesirable movements of workpiece can be restricted. Determination of locating points and clamping of workpiece serve to restrict movements of component in any direction while setting it in a particular pre-decided position relative to the jig. The locating point determination and clamping of the work is the most important point as it restricts the movement of component in any other directions, and also it predecidedly sets the position of workpiece relative to the jig. The location refers to establishment of desired relationship between the workpiece and the jig or fixture. Before deciding the locating point, it is advisable to find out the all possible degrees of freedom of the workpiece. Degrees of freedom of the workpiece, that is nothing but the workpiece which can move in how many direction. Degrees of freedom of workpiece means in how many directions the workpiece can move: in x direction, in y direction, in z direction, and again the rotational directions. Then the sum of these degrees of freedom will be restricted by making suitable arrangements. These suitable arrangements are known as locators. As I said, the sum of the degrees of freedom will be restricted by making suitable arrangement. This arrangement will be called as locators. This is the point of location. Location is important so as to avoid the movement of the workpiece which will be fitted into your jig and fixture. It will also help you for locating the workpiece properly with the help of locators, which we will be studying the different types of locators in further sessions. The next point is degrees of freedom or degree of freedom. For accurate machining, the workpiece is to be placed and held in correct position and orientation in jig and fixture, which is again appropriately located and fixed with respect to the cutting tool or the machine tool. It has to be assured that blank or the workpiece once fixed or clamped does not move at all. Degrees of freedom is nothing but is defined as number of independent motion a body has. Any rectangular body may have three axes along x, y and z axis. It can move along any of these axes, or any of its movement can be released to these three axes. At the same time, the body can also rotate about this axis too. As shown in the figure below, a rectangular block can move into 6 directions, that is positive negative x, positive negative y, positive negative z, and it can also rotate in all these directions, that is it is having 6 linear direction as well as 6 rotary direction. Any solid body has a maximum of 12 degrees of freedom as indicated in the figure. For processing the body, it is required to restrain all of the degree of freedom by arranging suitable locating points and then clamping it in a fixed and required position. For working on a body, we need to restrict this 12 degrees of freedom so as to we can work properly on a workpiece or on a blank and get the required product. The movement or the principle that is used to restrict the movement, the degree of freedom of a body, is known as 3-2-1 principle, which we will be seeing in our further session. The next part is 3-2-1 principle of clamping workpiece. This is the most important part of this session. The questions regarding this are also asked in your theory examination. Below is figure which shows a workpiece positioned in 3 views, that is front view, second top view and side view. In this we can see the workpiece is in gray color and is rested on 6 types of different pins. The 3 adjacent locating surfaces of the blank or the workpiece are resting against the pins 3, 2 and 1 pins. 3 pins are given in a color, different color. 2 pins are given in a different color and 1 pin is also given in a different color. This prevents the 9 degrees of freedom. The rest 3 degrees of freedom are arrested by external forces usually provided by the clamping. Some of such forces may be attained by friction. This type of principle of clamping is widely used as follows. The 3 pin at the bottom will restrict 4 rotational movement or 4 rotational motion of x and y axis and 1 translation motion of z axis. The 2 pins, it will restrict 2 rotational movement of the z axis and 1 translation motion, that is positive x axis, and 1 pin will restrict 1 translation motion, that is positive y axis. Pin 3-2-1 or 3-2-1 principle of clamping workpiece will restrict 9 motion and the remaining 3 motion are used to set the workpiece at a desired location and can be restricted by using different clamping system. This is very simple type of clamping principle and is widely used in all over the industries. After studying the 3-2-1 principle of positioning, we need to understand the basic principles of locating blanks in a fixture. There should be some basic principles while locating the blanks in the fixture. Number one or more surfaces, preferably machined or drilled or bored holes, are to be taken for reference. The surfaces which are machined should always be taken as a reference, or the surfaces which are having drill holes or having bored holes should be taken as a reference for reference surfaces. Second, the reference surfaces should be significant and important feature based on which most of the dimensions are laid down. On the reference surfaces, the jig and fixtures are designed, so it is of an important feature. Location should be easy, quick and accurate. It is also the most important principle of locating blanks, that it should be easy, it should be quick and it should be accurate. In case of location by pin, the pins and their mounting and contact point should be strong, rigid and hard. This is also most important point. If the locating is done by pins, the pin should be strong enough to hold the workpiece, or it should be hard enough or rigid enough to hold the workpiece for a longer time, as jigs and fixtures are basically used for high manufacturing work. A minimum of 3 points must be used to locate a horizontal flat surface. As we seen in the 3-to-1 principle, if only 3 points are there, we can locate the flat surfaces properly, and it will directly reduce the 6 motions, the 6 degree of motion of an workpiece. The locating pins should be also far from each other, so that it does not causes problem while locating. V blocks and cones are used while locating solid and hollow cylindrical jobs, whereas adjustable locating pins are used while accommodating limited part size variation. Whenever there is variation in the part size, adjustable locating pins are also used. These are the some basic principles of locating blanks in fixture. Thank you. This is for today's session. In today's session, we had the description of location, principle of location, 3-to-1 clamp principle for locating, and basic principles used in location. This part of location is useful in the further jig and fixture part. We will be seeing furtherly in next session the general methods of locating and the different types of locating and clamping devices. Thank you.